Okay, so there's not going to be any sort of intro for this. We're just going to get right into it. Nexus posted a video a day ago, and he titled it "The Hardest Platformer Level I've Done." And he showcases a level called Hexagonestestest by Enlightenment. And I am a self-proclaimed Super Hexagoner expert. I have probably at least 1,000 hours in the game, because I used to play it on a tablet. And while my first run-through took a very, very long time to complete, I eventually got to the point where I could beat Hyper Hexagonist difficulty without much trouble. Now, to demonstrate my prowess, I'm going to close out of Geometry Dash here. I need to flex first. So we're going to do some flexing. And I'm going to open up Super Hexagon, something that I haven't opened in... I last played it over a year ago. So I'm going to see if I can do this again.
Super Hexagon.
That is extremely loud. And we'll call this my warm-up session for the day, because I am expecting to beat my second Extreme Demon extremely easily. So I'm going to put in game capture. Here we go. Alright. So, I basically kind of played through, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to restart. There we go. And we're just going to play through. So I'm going to go through all 6 levels, and we're just going to play through it, the entire thing. See if I still have my skills after all these years.
Triangle.
Now, actually, on my channel, there is a video called I've Still Got It, where I did a God Run. Now, a God Run is coined from a video entitled The God Run, where they start at this level and go all the way to the end, which is possible. Starting at Hexagon, transitioning to Hyper Hexagon, then Hyper Hexagon 2, Hyper Hexagoner, Hyper Hexagoner 2, Hyper Hexagonist, and then the end level. And I stitched together so that it has the actual ending playing after it, even though it doesn't actually play the ending, although it would be really cool as an Easter egg. But we're actually going to just play until we die. Now that I've got this, we're going to play until we die. But yeah, I'm going to call this a warm-up for what I'm about to do in Geometry Dash, and that is complete Hexagonestestest as fast as possible. I've put 2 attempts into it, and I think I could beat it very quickly, because I am very good at this game. Now, I could be overestimating the difficulty, because it could have just really fast patterns. And we're getting on that change in 3, 2, 1. Nice. Man, this soundtrack brings back memories. Whoa, lag spike. I survived that somehow. And I believe at 180 seconds will be our next switch. So 10 seconds. And this is probably the hardest switch in the game. The switch from Hexagoner, or Hyper Hexagon to Hyper Hexagoner. Ah, we died. That's okay. So now we're gonna do Hexagoner. And we're just gonna go till we die.
Line.
Now that pattern there is a reoccurring pattern. As it gets faster, the walls actually get faster in this mode. Unlike the first level, these walls actually get physically faster as we go along. And you can actually get through that by holding in a later difficulty.
Pentagon.
Also, someone might ask, why are you streaming at 4 a.m.? I saw this in my recommended, I'm like, nah, I gotta do this.
Hexagon.
Alright, now we're on to Hexagoner, or Hyper Hexagoner. Now we really start cranking the speed. Now, from what I could tell from the Geometry Dash level, it does have sidewall contingencies. So, for example, in Hexagon, the original game for this, you couldn't touch the walls in any way, so not even the sides. But as you'll see in these later modes, I will actually be able to touch the side walls. And I love the way this one resets. It just perfectly loops. And... oh, we still got a little while. 20 seconds. We're gonna get Hyper Hexagonist pretty quick. There we go. This is what I'm expecting from this Geometry Dash level, is like this level of speed. Maybe slightly faster. But this is like really easy. Now that pattern there, the left, left, right, 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 there's a fun way you can do it by doing left, left, and then holding. Oh, that's okay, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go back to Hexagonist, here we go. The Hexagonist has a pattern that is just left, 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 or right, 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 right.
Line.
Now, this one used to trip me up because every so often, it would just do a hard spin, and it would always trip me up. Just like that. That would always trip me up. I kind of want to buy this on my phone, so I just have it on hand, because it's always fun to whip this game out. Plus, the music is bopping.
Pentagon. Hexagon.
Here we go. Now we're in Hyper Hexagonist. Let's see how long I can go. That's okay. Now this is guaranteed death. You can't make it past here.
Wonderful.
So that's ending number 1. That's ending number 1. So now we're going to go back in, and we're going to do
Begin.
Hyper Hexagon, which is much faster.
Line.
Now this is definitely a huge jump in difficulty because, you know, when you're doing Hexagon and then you jump to this, when you're playing in game, you can usually get off for a little while based on reaction time and just pure adrenaline. But playing this cold for the first time is definitely an experience because, like, you get Hexagon, Hexagoner, and Hexagonist right at the start, so you can play the hardest difficulty, Hexagonist. But even if you play Hexagonist and then jump to this, it is a massive increase in difficulty.
Pentagon.
Yeah, that pattern right there is really annoying. I thought it was in Hexagonist, but it's in Hyper Hexagon. So again, it's just go till we die.
Hexagon.
So you see, I've played this so much, I know when I can just kind of screw around and do like these pointless spins. Like, that's how much I've played this. Ooh, that was close. That was actually kind of close. And 3, 2, 1, switch. Yeah, the switches between modes is very, very unsubtle. We might be able to get the Hexagon or Hyper Hexagonist this time. The trick with playing this game is understanding the path of least resistance. Sometimes you can go for the longer pull if you know where to go instantly, but it's never a good idea to try to make those long pulls unless you know what you're doing. Because if you miss it, you're gonna be upset, but if you make it, then you're gonna be like, oh, I should have missed that, and then you're gonna mess up anyway. So... and switch. Any day now.
Off.
There we go. I want to warm this up as much as I can. Swag route. I found that out when I was playing it on mobile that you could do that. It made that pattern so much easier. Plus, it looks really cool. See, that was close. And look at that, we made it to the end. So let's see how long I can last in here. I've never been good at the end. And that's why.
Wonderful.
The top and bottom is the hardest to see. If you play it in a square, it might be easier. So let's see, that gives us
Begin.
2 more levels. And again, it's play till we die because I need the warm up.
Game over. Begin.
Wow. Okay. Did not expect to die in Hyper Hexagoner. That makes me a Hyper Hexagoner. No. Now, I will die a few times on Hexagonist, Hyper Hexagonist, because there's actually a specific part of the song that I want to play too.
Pentagon. Hexagon.
Here we go. So full disclosure, as far as this hexagon level that I played on Geometry Dash, I got through the first minute and died, and then that reset attempt was 2 attempts, so I have 2 attempts on the level. But I have not practiced it, I didn't even watch the full video. But for 8 minutes, I mean, I've survived 8 minutes before. I don't expect to one-shot it, but I don't expect to take like several hours on it either.
Awesome.
Actually, I'm glad that reset because I did not have anywhere to go on that. Swag route. Wow. Let's do it. Now I gotta be careful because sometimes that left, left, right, right, right pattern in the end will be switched out with the left, 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 left one from Hexagon. I'm actually gonna quickly take a listen. Unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so, okay, good. My music is not overpowering my audio. Okay, that's plus. Alright, on to Hyper Hexagonist. Let's beat this in 1 attempt. Swag route. I'm swagging every single one of those because it's fun.
Fine. Triangle.
Actually, I'm gonna beat this and then I'm gonna do the one thing I want to do from Hexagonist so I can extend it into Hyper Hexagonist.
Square. Pentagon.
So the control scheme that I'm using is a combination of arrow keys and WASD, where I'm using the
Hexagon.
right arrow and the A key. So after this, it's going to trigger the ending. We're going to watch the whole ending together. Here we go. I'm gonna let you listen to this. Alright, and with that, that is Super Hexagon.
Wonderful.
So I want to do one more thing, and that is quit the game apparently. No, there's one more thing that I want to do,
Super
and
Hexagon.
that is go to Hexagonist,
Begin.
and there's one specific part,
Game over. Begin.
not this.
Game over. Begin.
So as you can
over.
tell, it plays different parts of the song,
Begin.
and I'm listening for a specific part of the
Game
song,
over. Begin.
this bit here. And if I can extend this into the Hexagonist stage, it fits really well. Like, it's my favorite section of the song to play. And actually, this still, like, gets, even though I'm really good at this, it still gets my nerves going because it just feels so final.
Triangle.
I'm only going to give 1 or 2 attempts at this, and then I'm going to switch over to Geometry Dash.
Pentagon.
waiting for the switch here. Oh, right. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna switch. That was a good switch though. And I wasn't even screen sharing. Oh well. So we're gonna do Geometry Dash now. And what we're gonna do is we're going to quickly beat this extreme demon. Yes, extreme demon. Let me just quickly get the game capture going. Specify window is not a game. Yes, it is. Make sure Geometry Dash is... Okay, so I'm gonna record. And I'm just going to... Alright. Hold on. Record from here. Alright, just to reiterate what we're doing today. This is an impromptu stream. And in my recommended, I saw a video by Nexus saying the hardest platformer level I've ever completed. And this platformer level was an extreme demon by the name of Hexagonestestest. And I watched about 2 minutes of it. I'm like, nah, I can do this. So what we're going to do today is we're going to beat this level. Now, I have gotten 2 attempts on it at the time of starting this. Alright, so here we go. I've only seen the first bit, but I'm pretty good at Super Hexagon, and it looks like this has wall safety, so I can touch the side of the walls, which is a plus. Yeah. So I'm not expecting this to be a complete cakewalk, but I'm expecting this to be a lot easier than an extreme demon. Like, I honestly do not think whatever this has in store is worthy of an extreme demon, but I'm here to either eat my words or prove myself right. I'm very good at this game. And if it's purely a speed or pattern thing, we'll see. So we'll see how this goes. Alright. Let's see what you got. Come on. Okay, so we got 3 walls. Interesting. Now, upon some quick research, I did notice that some people have completed this without dying. That's not my intention today. If I do it without dying, that'll be the funniest thing that I have an extreme demon done in 3 attempts. Okay, 4 attempts. That's fine. But, yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm expecting less than... Let's see, 8 minutes. I'm gonna say average of 10 attempts per minute. So I'm gonna do this in less than 80 attempts. That's my goal. Total. That's not this session, that is total. And we're almost done with minute 2. Minute 2 done. Now we start getting a little bit faster. Nice, I recognize that pattern. Nice. This is really well made, like, wow. It doesn't have the fancy camera angles, which would have been nice with the screen stretch and scaling, but that might have made the walls difficult to work. The top-down view makes it easier. That was a weird wall. Alright, that's fine. I'll take it. I don't know how close I was to that though, but oh well. Wait, is it the same or is it random? We'll see, because if I get that weird okay, there it is. So it is random, but that's just a special pattern. That's some interesting patterns, I will say. Looks like we're getting out of minute 3.
You're unstoppable.
You're darn right I am. We're almost halfway, and I expect it to be getting a little bit harder from here, but we'll see. I got that hyper hexagoner patterns, nice. Ah, you thought you could get me with that. Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting pattern, okay. Interesting. I like that. I like that pattern. I mean, if each difficulty introduces 1 or 2 new patterns, that's okay. We're getting that minute 4 first try. Hello? Give me a challenge, please. I'm gonna eat those words, I have a feeling. Okay, so now we get hyper hexagoner difficulty look. I wonder what's gonna throw at me now. There's no way this is supposed to be like the hardest platformer he's beaten, because I've seen Nexus beat some pretty wild levels. Minute 5 first try. I can't imagine it getting much harder. Ooh, I understand this reference. This is Dragon Mayhem from Open Hexagon. Oh my god, I recognize this color scheme. Okay, that's fine. 10 seconds in, that's not bad. That was an easy pattern too. I saw that. I wonder if we'll see other like Open Hexagon styled themes. Ooh. Okay. That was weird.
Game over.
Alright. I'm gonna lock in now. I mean, we're still well below the 80 attempt count goal, so spirals you have to get real early. So those spirals you have to get early, and I imagine that's not going to change. You're going to have to hit them really early. That's that's all right. So far, I'm not even really struggling.
Game over.
A lot of 180s. Okay, that was my fault. That one was my fault for sure. So I'm getting stuck here at minute 5. That's not bad. I'm not in like a I'm gonna quit on this yet, but I don't imagine it'd be taking too much longer on this. Unless it gets like super unfair.
Game over.
Ah, I was almost there. Ah, good escape. Oh my god, that I saw the exit. You saw me going back toward it. Oh, that's a little bit infuriating, but not terrible. Oh, wrong way. So this is where I'm going to start having a little bit of trouble. Minute 5 is pretty tricky. I will say, it's not impossible. It's mostly just me making dumb mistakes. Like, I'm not like over. I don't feel like I'm being pushed to my limit with this at all. Only Fusion can do that.
Game
It's a
over.
right. There's a left, 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 right, right. Or left, 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 right. Alright, we're gonna get at this attempt. Like, we're gonna get minute 5 done. Like, minute 5 is easy.
Game
Nope. Okay, come on. Come on. Be nice to me. Okay. I really need to stop being dumb.
Game
Ah, my timing was off. I see we have a little bit of the 3D camera angle.
Game over.
Why do I keep overshooting that?
Game over.
That does trip me up. Like, the triple with the hexagon trips me up pretty bad. I
Game
will
over.
admit that does trip me up.
over.
Oh, come on. All right. All right, we're gonna do this by the seconds here.
Game over.
All right. Minute 5 is pretty tricky. I will admit minute 5 is tricky, and if it's tricky at minute 5, I'm actually a little bit more worried for stuff like minute 8. And it's literally only that one hexagon pattern that's messing me up. And this if I mistime it. There we go. Okay, that's tricky. It's probably gonna speed it up. That's
Game
okay.
over.
Oh, so we're throwing in some other ones in there too. See, that I couldn't do it twice. I like that how it's how it's like switching in the different double walls. So you really have to sight read them. Good save.
Game over.
Hold on. Okay, that was unconventional, but I'm not planning on doing that again.
Let's finish it.
Okay.
Game over.
Okay, so this is gonna replicate the end. Okay. I don't like this. End is actually the thing that I'm the worst at. But I'm glad he's flipped it so it's corner to corner. Because if it was top and bottom, you wouldn't be able to see. This is doable. Oh wait, this is it. This is the end. This is literally the end. Don't hit me with that ascension.
Congratulations.
That was easy. I'll be honest. That was easy. Wait, what was the coin for? Oh, probably no deaths. The coin's probably no deaths. That actually isn't that bad. I'm gonna try it one more time, and I'm gonna see if I can get it done in one attempt. But, yeah, honestly, that wasn't that bad. How many attempts? 29 attempts for an extreme demon. I've beaten 2 extreme demons now, technically speaking. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. That is not an extreme. I would put that as like an insane. That is not an extreme by any stretch of the imagination. I did that in 29 attempts. -2 technically, if you want to get technical. That was 26 attempts or 27 attempts. It wasn't that hard. I'm gonna try and get the coin. I assume the coin is doing this without dying. I'm gonna give it maybe 1 or 2 attempts, because the difference is that if I die, it's a reset back to the beginning.
Well done.
I feel like a coin run is gonna be a lot harder though.
Impressive. Amazing.
Alright, 1 minute down. The 5th minute is the one I'm gonna struggle with the most, the red one. The rest of them were fairly easy, so...
Incredible.
And transitions. Transitions I might struggle with. And that pattern. That pattern may screw me up depending on how much I get it. That looks like minute 3 down. Barring no stupid mistakes here. Yep, there it
You're
is.
unstoppable.
I have time for my face to want to itch. Love that pattern. That was close. Less of those close calls, please. $524. Oh man, bad, not too bad at all. I'm gonna give it one more attempt. I could have probably spent the time and practiced level 5, but it's okay. I just want to kind of zone out and get this.
Well done. Impressive.
Don't be stupid.
Amazing.
Here we go. Get on into minute 3.
Incredible.
I love how that pattern I just did there makes more of an appearance in this game, because that is actually a very rare pattern in Super Hexagon. Like, you don't see it all that often.
You're unstoppable.
Super Hexagon. Get on to minute 5. Gotta remember to start taking those spirals earlier. Minute 6, here we go. I think this is the hardest one. Halfway there. That was close. Let's not do that again.
Just a little further. Game.
Oh man. That's okay. Let's see if we can finish it up on one hit.
Game over.
Alright, let's see how low we can keep it.
Game over.
That was a weird way to get through those walls.
Game over.
You know, I'm just gonna restart one more time. Mm. 19 minutes. That's like double the time. That sucks. All right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Third time's a charm. We're gonna lock in. I think that's where the difficulty really comes in, is doing it in one go. So I will admit that is pretty tricky.
In progress. Amazing. Fantastic.
One.
Incredible.
Two.
You're unstoppable.
Three. That's okay. I will maybe try to do that another time. But for now, I just kind of wanted to beat that level on stream. And maybe I'll edit it, put it together as a video, and upload it. But, yeah. Thank you for watching. And, yeah, have a good one. Adios.